Did I manage? It looks like it. I think? Hold on. I don't like that the scene has enough audio bars that the keeps getting scrolled up. Yes, you can hear me. Huh. Damn, it's a Monday. Happy Monday, chat. Isn't it just a Monday, though? That makes sense. Been up for a bit. That's like great. Bright side. Did catch a Neopack rat. So -1. That's nice. It's been a bit since one has come by, so I think that this is migratory now. Like they're coming into finding the old nests wherever the other ones used to live, and starting to stay there, and then foraging out and finding my garden. Which, it's fine. The rate's not that big of a flow that it's manageable. Don't have to necessarily turn to poison just yet. But this one was a big one. And when I was releasing it, because I catch them in a live trap, right? Like a cage that the trap door shuts down on them after they come in and step on a pressure plate. And I was taking them out to a wash out by the mountain to release them. I lifted up the little arm that was locking it. Like, just bugger bolted. Like, he just, with the force of his own body, knocked open the gate flap and just, like, shot out from... I was still holding him at, like, 3 feet or so up off the ground. He hit the ground, just dove right into a bush. Never saw him again. He was fast. Most of them, like, are terrified at that point. Like, kind of, like, shake the cage and get him out. You know, and they're a little stunned and staggered and, like, oh, okay, I'm free now. And they wander off, but... this one was not having... Oh, hello. Any of that. You're not going to be able to see her so much on this scene unless I start screwing with the camera. Sophia joined us, though. Say hi, Sophia. She'll probably be more visible in a moment when I change scenes. Scotty's here. Hey, Scotty. Welcome. Kira, that can't be a birthday gift for you. It's technically a birthday gift for me. Well, it's not my birthday, so. But happy belated birthday again. Hey, was your vacation? You still? Is it over, or do you have another week? Because you said you had 2. Hopefully you still have another week. That'd be nice to relax. The time goes so fast, doesn't it? You're head over to work now? Oh, womp womp. Sorry. This is the way of things, unfortunately. But yes, for those in chat, Kira is the first holder of a community holder of a sword. If you hadn't picked up on the vibe, I do know Snimric personally. Have since 1999, 98. I don't know. It's been a while. So, and Cupcake I'm married to. So the only people that have held swords I kind of have leverage on. But Kira has proven well trustworthy and a good community founder, and she's going to give me a hand. So y'all best be on your behavior, because she's got a sword and she's not afraid to wield it. Anyhow, not to put no pressure, Kira. Actually, it's a low pressure endeavor. She's gonna help me with the bots and stuff too. That's what I'm hoping. I hate it when the freaking bots. I can see the message pop up, but like my hands are controller locked, right? Like combat or whatever. And I can't deal with that right now, but I can't even necessarily afford the time to like fully read it to see if it's like actually offensive or something that violates Twitch's terms of service, or is it just like spam? Technically, spam is a violation of Twitch's terms of service, for the record, chat. So don't do that either. But you know what I mean? Like the stuff that's going to get me taken down for having, because it gets on the screen, right? It gets into the video. All right, sorry. We're going to get to the gameplay. Today, which gameplay today? Hollow Knight. Okay, I was going to get to the gameplay. Really? So that flicker wasn't your cord being loose. That flicker was you losing responsive connectivity. Awesome. One moment. Am I still live? Yeah, it's just a Stream Deck issue. As it does. I love Elgato's hardware. You will note the specificity there, but I'm pretty sure this is not a hardware issue. I think this is a software issue. Elgato's software is very user-friendly. I like the UI for it. Reliability. That do seem to be a struggle. Okay. Volume can be controlled. Sweet. Scenes can be swapped. Excellent. I think it's either your Wi-Fi or Twitch. For the moment, at least, I get to see that I'm reporting nothing is dropping. It's about 10k kps, kbps. For once, that's nice. Okay, we let the beat drop first. All right, Hollow Knight, where were we? Last time on our Hollow Knight playthrough, huh? Is the volume like louder today or something? This might be a me thing. It feels like everything's a little louder than normal. But like the numbers are the same. If I trust just the numbers of the equipment, it's the same. But like I was surprised there because I was hearing like almost like a deep rumble in the music that I'm not normally accustomed to hearing. Huh. All right. No worries. As long as we're not peeking, as long as we're not blowing you guys out, then oh, hey, can you see Sophia now? Not really. Just a little nose there. Huh. All right, let's adjust the camera. I can drop the FOV a little. Oh, kitty nose. You're gonna have to be good though. I need to play the game. I guess I don't need to play it just yet. Because we were recapping Fragile Flower and Nightmare King Grim were amongst our many adventures last time in Hollow Knight, Hollow Nest. Which, speaking of which, shorts are coming out now. Found Mirabelle, the thief. That short came out today. I actually hope that one's going to do fairly well. It had a good cadence to it, so As well as the, if you missed it, chat, the short where I derped Sharp Shadow back to back to the great amusement of chat. It was kind of like you had to be there timing thing, but the good news is you could be there too, or can be there too, if you want to be, because it's a short now. It came out. So even if you were looking away when chat laughed, had a good laugh at my expense, that is also coming out now. So do take a look for those. But other than that, the big hitting events, we discovered the peak of Pantheon 5. We didn't actually go into Pantheon 5, but we went up to the summit where we were given the option to ascend. And we also found Quirrell, got Sabura's blessing, Salabura's blessing. And we introduced ourselves to Nightmare King Grim. Yeah, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Kira. That's why we do them. What else? We gave one attempt to the Fragile Flower quest. It's almost actually, we got pretty close to the end before I got clipped by one of the spike throwers and sadness. And then sadness followed. Great sadness followed. Probably going to actually start with the not Sharp Shadow, Fragile Flower quest though, because I'm hopeful just to wrap that up really quick this morning and this portion of that button. If I want to look at my, so here's our charms. Right. I probably don't want this charm loadout if I'm doing Fragile Flower. There's a bench there though, so that's fine. Although if I'm traveling there, there's Salvara's blessing. I want to keep playing with Garber's Fly Elegy, also amongst those items which we got in our last stream. And also amongst those items which you can check out the shorts and VODs for. One of my package of 2. Gurfly Elegy related, well no. Yeah, that's fine. Gurfly Elegy related shorts is out now. The other one will be a lot longer. You can probably guess what the second one is about. We need to go. Is Resting Grounds? Resting Grounds should be the closest station, right? Let's look at the map. So many overloaded buttons have confused my brain. I can't do the warm up because I can, but I don't want to travel to Godhome just to do the warm up. We didn't leave. Oh, right, we did leave. This is a good thing we checked our map. We left our Dream Gate there because we were being smart. So we knew we'd be coming back here possibly repeatedly, which means that no, there's still a bench there. Down sets, up goes. It does have actually a longer animation too, so you should be able to. That makes me feel a little bad for missing it that one time. If you're not looking out for it, I guess. Alright, so then if that's the case, I hadn't thought through strategically what would my charm kit vary for the Fragile Flower. Like, actually projectile beasts are not the worst idea. Even though I just took them off. Like somebody just to clear the road, as it were. Well, what we can do is we can kind of alternate almost, Kira, with that, and like give one a go without clearing it, and then when we die, sort of clear it out on the... I guess we don't clear it out on the way back, do we? This is the bench we come back to if we die. Well, we wouldn't die. We're not going to die. Sorry, we're not going to die. We're just going to lose the flower. And yeah, we'll clear it out on the way back and then try again. That makes sense. Makes sense to me. I think projectiles are pretty good, though. And we're already on hit lists. So Grubberfly's Elegy is perfect for this. We want the projectiles. We want hit lists. You know what's not perfect for this is Nail Master's Glory. I'll admit it. But also, it's 1. So that's not... I think I want both of these. Which puts you guys in discussion, because despite my preference for the nail, this is not really where the nail is going to shine. I'm hesitant. Yeah, compass is good. Yeah, that's fair. You can just swap the compass, I guess, for the Nail Master's Glory and call it. At least that's a... Compass will have possibly active value when I get lost. Nail Master's Glory probably won't. The reason I'm hesitant to take off Mark of Pride is just because I think right now I've had this on for like I think 2 months consistently. My muscle memory is undoubtedly bound to this, like my judgment of distance, and but I don't really want to be doing nail things right now, so it doesn't make sense to have it. Let's throw on the compass. Let's throw on... I think I want to go with the child. There were a couple others that I would consider, right? I don't think I've ever used Flukeness. Maybe that would... I need to play around with that someday just to see. You know what I have an idea for? And we'll see if we get around... This is a loose idea. This is me like kind of like just shoot the shit with chat. A loose idea I have maybe for the stream someday might be some kind of... Oh, I'd like to get stipulation days in some way. If you know what stipulation is, Jed, it's like where basically there's a prerequisite or a precondition placed on the gameplay, decided ahead of time. And I like them because I like the idea of them at least. Because it gives... Constraint can force creativity. And I think actually there could be a lot of interesting content that could be had with it's like stipulation. Maybe as a day or something like that. I don't know. And maybe it ends up being like a Silk Song thing because of how the timing works out, right? But like an example stipulation would be like you have to do X in the game, like complete the Fragile Flower quest with... I mean, if you really wanted to be completely over the top about it, this would not be a fun stipulation, probably, but like an example of one would be do the Fragile Flower quest without charms. Like completely charmless. Right? Like that's like an extreme stipulation. A good stipulation needs to have a balance of like fun, challenge, and interesting elements to it that I need to maybe make some good examples of before I talk about it in too much more detail, but that's the type of... I'm interested in that at some point, and this is the type of thing that'd be really fun for it. Stipulations are a lot easier. Like, I don't know, where I got the idea from is in Magic the Gathering drafting, where a lot of times you'd like make a stipulation on... Welcome back. You can't sit on that though. No, I'm gonna tear it. I'm all right. Sometimes she decides she wants to try to take the cord. I'm using that. Sophia's back in the lap if it's not on camera or not. I don't know. All right, here we go. I appreciate the enthusiasm, Night Soul. I have one path already that I'm gonna give a go. I think it's going to be fine, and it might actually be the one that you're thinking. I'm trying to remember what it was at the moment. We go through. It was a week ago, I guess. Now we liked the fungal waste route though. Through Queen Station. It would have been fine if I didn't get... No, wait, not through Queen Station, through the Queen's Gardens? Down here. What's about where we got clipped? Spike throwers, man. Them spike throwers. Clip me. Actually, if you want to see the outcome of it, that's it. That's maybe going to be a YouTube short, I guess. I haven't decided yet, actually. I have it mostly edited. It's one of the few ones that I'm kind of on the edge about, because it can come off a little ragey. If I'm honest about it. Like it, we just take the elevator, right? Like it was done in jest for the most part. Like I wasn't like really tilting off, but it's not clear. So like I don't know, is that very clear? And that makes me, because I get worried about people responding, not accepting it, especially in the shorts context where like that's a lot of people's first introductions to me, you know, because it's in the feed. We're talking about YouTube shorts. Yeah, I know, and don't destroy it. No promises, ma'am. I haven't actually warmed up for the day, and here we go doing the flower quest. Hitless. Why not? Sure. Okay, so that's dash in this one. Dream Nail, Magic. Okay. I mean, this game is like the one that I'm most locked in on now, muscle memory wise, because it's been our biggest play for the longest time now. There's never a time where this orange actually hurts me, is there? Orange usually does damage. I hadn't... really realized... Why am I not taking damage from those? Orange is almost always exclusively used for damage sources, isn't it? Isn't it? I mean, there's other damage sources that aren't orange, but usually things that are orange deals damage. I guess it's just infection and coincidental. I'd be curious to know, Night Soul, how close we are to the route that you would have recommended. I forgot about you. Wait, is this the route I wanted to go, actually? Why am I feeling like this is not the route I took last time? It is, isn't it? Also, your range is dog shit. Why are you not contributing more? I'm trying to be extra cautious here, chat. I would love to just wrap this up very quickly in the morning. Am I actually on the right path? Did I go the wrong way? I want to go all the way to the fungal wastes. The bottom here would be fine. To the elevator. Yeah? Yeah, Grim Child is pretty shit, isn't it? is just a penalty for forcing you to fight Nightmare Green Grim with less. Last time I had this guy on was when there's nobody here, right? Oh, there's somebody there. Well, let's not deal with him. Yeah, I've only had him on to get the Grimikin people. Like, he's not even... You didn't kill him? What function are you for, then? I can't change him if I don't... Wait, can I ride the... I can sit at a bench without disrupting the flower, right? That's fine. It just respawns all the enemies that I didn't want respawn, possibly, right? So that's fine. I can get rid of him. Let's get rid of him. There's that bench there. Onwards. Honestly, I don't actually expect it's going to make that big of a difference. I took off a charm that was not going to do anything in this context for a charm that maybe will do something. But, I'm guessing... Did you try to put in a link? Night Soul Life? I think you actually might be... Oh my god. Grimkin just saved my bacon. Let's go, bud. High five. High five. You're not completely useless. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry I spoke so ill of you. I was not... okay, I think you might be the first person, because like, I hadn't seen what the... I'm sure the Automod got that. Links are just turned off on a Twitch setting. Because they're almost exclusively used for bad action. So, like, I'm sure you weren't, to be clear. I'm sure you just, what it says you are is just like the 99% case, if you consider all the bots and whatnot. For fuck's sake. That, remember when I was talking about the muscle memory? The distance judgment? Okay, I would have been better if, well, I guess it's a wash. I can't say I would have been better off because I would have lost it over here while I got distracted by chat. Instead, I lost it here because I failed my pogo because this little tiny sword! Nail. Shit. Yeah, I went past it anyways. I wanted to go to the elevator and I got distracted. This is what I wanted. Let's finish the path. Let's see the rest of it. Oh, it's only 2. Why did I think this was 3? Because the 3 red. So then... Alright. You know what? Let's see what this does. Maybe that's the way. I mean, not that I've had a problem with the default. Yeah, it's just up, right? I mean, it's fine. All in all, like... Going to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what just happened. I mean, I understand it was Shadesol being fluke marmed. Like, the visual of it was very... was not what I was expecting. Gonna be honest about that. Oh, shit. So I can't destroy them, thankfully, but they're like little landmines, sorta? Not sure how I feel about it. It's kind of like a shotgun, yeah, kind of feels that way, I guess. Not sure how I feel about this, to be honest. This is all clear. Nothing to sweat here on this path. Blink. Boink. Anyway, it's been a while. So we spent the last like month and a half, I feel like, in the Pantheon. It's been a while since I spent a lot of time traversing. No, you want to go down. What am I up here for? Oh, there's two paths where I want to go. Right? I can go up. I just need to go left. Can I... Okay, apparently I am mistaken. Don't I feel dumb? Oh. I thought that there was a... So it's just down. Probably shouldn't be. I mean, I don't have a flower right now to protect, so it's fine. I should definitely not be that aggressive with it. That's right, I remember this space. I remember Mr. Mumbling Mushroom, too. Yeah, this is... Because if I go here... Is this not the ultimately safe route? I think I made a wrong turn, maybe. No! Sorry, chat. I'm remembering the thorn block that we swam under. Wait, what just... the hell just happened? What? Why do I... I think my controller died. Or it's losing connectivity somehow. Hello? Did the game freeze? No. That's the controller working right there. This is connected. This is disconcerting. All right, chat. Hold on. I'm trying to get my bearings. 'Cause I'm feeling crazy now. Yeah, we were going through Queen Station before. This feature, this geographic feature right here is what I was looking for in my head. I remember distinctly, like you'd swim under the little thorn-shaped stalactite, and it's like safe there. You have like the little jellies here, but like that's safe. Now that this path hasn't been bad though. Let's finish this path really quick, because this path actually has been pretty freaking mild too. Wait, is this not a path though? Yeah. Oh? Wait, were these here before? The corpse. Oh, it's his guards. They were here before, except now they're... Do you all say the same text? I guess... Unless this is where, like, the actual final boss, the secret final boss emerges. Which, that would be freaking sick, by the way. I think, like, the story for this area always felt a little thin in my playthrough, at least. I think it's just here to teach you kind of, like, how the order progresses from... How it's just here to be a thing for infection to overtake. Like... Oh, right, that's right. I'm still not using Mark of Pride. Shit. Is this the right way? So yeah, well, I don't remember what his dialogue was. I remember him. He was just rambling madness to me at the time I encountered him first. Like I did not have enough context for the world at that point in time to understand what he was saying. Like he might have been saying radiance, or whatever, but I wouldn't have understood exactly what. Like I didn't know the god of this world was radiance at that point in time, or the moth god, which I'm still like. We're still putting those little pieces together. That moth lore was big. I mean, this is safe. That's not. Wait, that's not an exit. That wasn't scary. You would be a little scary to pass. Where's the... I'm trying to remember. Where's the actual destination again? It was here? Yeah, I think that was it. Means I would have to pass you. Honestly, a little less intimidating than the spike throwers, though. Like, these guys at least have a substantial pause. And their projectile's slower, but it does go through walls. So it's not... This isn't the way, is it? Oh, yeah, no, I have to go down. Through and down. Oh, and then we end up with this. That's right, this is the finish. This was the big finish. Well, it's good that we came here so we could practice this again. Yeah, no, I mean, it would make sense. I mean, I do love this, how deeply they've seeded this world with the narrative. That they've made it very like you do have to want to find it, you know? You have to want SO70s. Welcome, welcome, welcome back, I believe. The name seems familiar. How are you doing? Frenchu asks, do I know how to get the Carefree Melody amulet? Do I? Kira, do I know? I don't actually. Do I know how to do that? I feel like is that the name of a charm? So what you mean by amulet? Or is it this item? I am missing one item, it looks like. Assuming they went with the full grid of 3x4, I am missing one item. So then I probably don't. Oh, it's the playthrough that I need to go back for. I know that we missed one ending. We have to go back and do one ending. Okay, so we're here. That was terrifying. Let's do that one more time just to make sure. This is fine for sharp shadow distance. Likewise. I know I'm gonna hit that. I know I'm gonna hit that. I foresee hitting that. I shouldn't be able to. If I actually don't punt it, the distance looks safe even up to maybe that point, which is sharp shadow distance. We need to keep the chat English only, unfortunately, for the moderation purposes. I do know English isn't the only language in the world, but this one is an English channel. Dum-dum. I do actually have to speak Spanish, though. Well, the problem is, like, I speak enough Spanish to be dangerous. In that, like, I got about half of those words. So I can massively misinterpret exactly what you said and get myself into trouble. Right. Right. Mark of Pride is not. I didn't hate that path, to be honest. What was the other one again? Wait, it wasn't. I feel really awful that I don't know this map better, just because of how much I've played the game. You guys, if I just I mean, the behavior would have been the same. Oh. It's just generic Sharp Soul. Not Sharp Soul. Shade Soul, right? All of this is safe. All of this is safe. This is fine. I mean, neither of these paths are really problematic, to be honest. I'm not terribly worried. Yes, Kira is chat moderator. She's very kind to help look out for me. All right, let's try it again. I'm gonna give it another quick go on. It's either gonna be a success or a fail. I guess we'll find out. And assuming we have to do this again, I'm gonna take a break before we continue. But no, I can still sit. Stupid. Yeah. You give me infinite flowers though, so I'm not that nervous about it. Well, maybe there's a. That'd be rude if there's like a hidden counter. Or a hidden timer. Oh god. They put a timer on the Pantheon's chat. Yeah. Kira has been with us, been around on the channel for a bit now, and shows up in our definitely the VODs. The VODs that have the chat. Sorry, what was I doing? I want this back. I want it back. I'm hating life right now. I keep failing pogos, and this is why. This is fine. This is just fine. It's not. It doesn't need to be overthought, really. This is just a matter of doing it hitless, just not derping, you know, which I'm absolutely capable of doing. Whether I'll do it quickly or inefficiently, we'll find out. That was a waste. So. Not P5 yet. P5, Pantheon 5 is very soon on the to-do list. This is the break before Pantheon 5, which I'm presuming will be, you know, somewhat of a process. Pantheon 4 sure was, so I don't see why Pantheon 5 would be any different. Just don't want to deal with it. Which actually, thankfully, with Silobora's blessing, we can be pretty liberal with our soul usage as long as we can find a bench before. Which now we might not, because I'm out of soul. Like, I do want to use like my brain here, right, and apply strategy. To remember, I'm terrified of somebody that's going to explode on me. I know I can't ride the bench, or ride the train. I'm not going to ride the train. Wait, go on. I gotta wait. I gotta wait. I gotta wait. Oh no. You had a rage moment on. I haven't played Genshin Impact myself, but I've seen a little bit of play. I can definitely see it being the type of game that could elicit frustration in heated moments. Yeah, I think we just keep ignoring these guys. See, the chances, there's a good chance I was going to fail that pogo without Mark of Pride, though. I mean, at the exact timing that I did swing it, I would have, to be fair. I would have had to have not punted, basically. Somebody's going to get me with an explosion, though. I know it. No, but there aren't any suicide buggers outside of the infected crossroads, though, right? 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 And the fungal wastes. We don't pass any of those, it didn't seem. I guess you could say the spike throwing dudes. I should figure out what their names are. I should, at this point, just know the names of the bestiary just for the value of YouTube shorts. So I can title things well. No, these are fools. Spiny Husk. Okay. Wait, did I pass it again? Did I pass the elevator again? Map me. Map me. I need to stop. I just need to use bumper for that. This wasn't the No, this wasn't where I was planning on going up. I'm not on the way to the nail master. I'm worried about going to the nailsmith again. I don't want to do that. So what happened there? I thought my thumb was on top of the square button, and it wasn't. So when I pushed down, I didn't swing, and so I dashed in panic. Fragile flower type stuff does. I don't know that I could do a purely like try to 100% radiant clear things. Hitless chat. I think my anxiety would get the better of me trying to do like all of the content hitless. Going. Yeah, I'm going the right way. Trying to remember if it's safe to crystal dash from here or not. I should just not. Yeah, it would have been. You're an asshole. Yeah, there's something here. I should remember. I should make sure to show or check to make sure I have. Yeah. Want this to be in the video anyways. The fact that it's in the inventory. Oh, thank you, Virtue. I appreciate it. The nail arts do seem to be a big draw for. I'm glad the content is reaching people. So what we had last time, we went out for no reason. The stream content. Oops. The stream content is the content that I most wanted to make, but we need a little help, and the shorts have done that. Wanted to make the clearing. I wanted to jump it all the way. This is safe, right? This is entirely safe. Entirely safe. Nothing to sweat in this space, except for you. Just take care of him from range. Why the hell not? You don't explode, do you? Do you explode? No. The closer we get, chat, the more intense it becomes. You explode. Dirty, dirty bastard. Okay. The choice now is up or left. Up or left? I actually am kind of mixed. I think I go up. I think go through Queen Station from here. Yeah, I think that's especially, yeah. I will have plenty of soul left over for those spiny husks. And let's be honest, they're, I think, most of what's stressful that's remaining on this path. I mean, there's you. I don't like you that much, but you're not a really concern. Queen Station's a safe space. Okay. Just take our time. Be careful not to pop any of the ones that are going to fight back. There's one up there. Take our time, nice and safe, nice and easy. This is safe space. Don't jump. Did it. All right. That was the hard part. Not pressing a button. I don't know why I'm terrified that I'm going to jump there. All right, let's just stall these guys. Bye. It does take more than one hit. Bye. Son of a bitch. I'm so upset about this. I really... Okay, so I want to use DD, actually, but I don't think I have enough for all of them, do I? I did. There's only 3, right? 3 total. Oh my fucking god! I didn't see the platform. I didn't see it. I didn't actually see it at all. I literally didn't see it was there. This thing right here, I did not. Oh, I'm so annoyed. I should have just... I thought this was... I don't know why. I thought this was a 4 configuration. There's poles here. Does the warp do it too, though? I actually don't know. Does the warp do it? If I was a game designer and I would make the warp reset. Anybody in chat? Kira, confirm. Is benching, is the question of bench, to bench or not to bench? Oh, shush. We'll find out. Although I think... So this is a little awkward. I thought about it. I can't regain the soul then. Which means I want the mask. We have to do this all with Grubberfly Elegy projectiles. If there are anybody left. These guys respawn fine. The bats respawn fine. Is it just the spiny husks that don't respawn? Because I gotta say, guys, like, I'm not sure that the not benching is worth that avoidance. Like, yeah, they got me, but I got myself, really. Like, if all we're going to save ourselves are the spiny husker spawns, like, they're not that terrifying. Yeah, here's what happened. I thought they'd be one hit because they were one hit when we had the fluke charm on. So because of that fact, when I learned they were 2-hit with my normal Shade Soul, I was irritated because it was inefficient. And then because of that, I realized, the invincibility frames of Descending Dark actually wouldn't be a bad shout, to be fair. So that's why I went to move in with Descending Dark, because I thought I was being clever. I think DD is a little more powerful. I actually don't. Oh, okay. You guys heard. So the respawns are because I benched in the middle. That makes sense, actually. Just come all the way over here, man. Bye. I actually wanted to just be clever about this, but there's one on here too, isn't there? Oh, that's fine. Don't feel great about this, actually. Don't dash. I bet you that would have sent me up on that elevator. Because you're not locked into that one, so it's not a big deal, is it? I did bench at some point, for sure. I took Soul from Salvador's Blessing. Not Queen Station. Where was it? Wait, is this... No. For... Pain. So much pain. I actually wanted that. Soul. Just in case. Double tapped. I double tapped the back button. Let's take it nice and slow. That's the bench I sat on. And I just ignored him then. Did I sit on another bench then? Or did I leave them alive? Trying to... I don't remember. It's fine. Not like it matters. I think I might be missing some context. Or... Iseng... Isengo. Is it double G then? Isengo. With a 9? Curious. I have a feeling that there's a familiarity that I'm missing. Was there another name that you went by, perhaps? I made a decision. Wait, still going down. Still going down. This is still the down portion of our journey. I'm just gonna wait for them to walk all the way out of range so that's on. I don't know what I was afraid of. I was afraid the dash was somehow going to like take me into their hitbox. Wait, I killed that one. Is he just too small to care about? So they respawn him. This one's gone. The explode guys have gone. But you're back. Alright, so you guys are too small to care about, so the game will respawn you for soul vessels. Makes sense. Hello, Mr. Mumbler Mushroom. He also has a short coming. Okay. I want to go left, right? Yeah. I want to pass through that guy without getting hit by him. Don't care if he dies or not. Then we have little balloons. I did have that theory. I just didn't want to speak presumptively. I don't know, it feels like there's a social faux pas in there to go mistakenly accusing... oh my god. Random chatters of being intimately involved with Kira. But welcome, nice to speak to you directly. Let me know how to pronounce the name properly when I have more mental space for it, though. Give me a second. I just want to get this hopefully done. All right. There should be no spike throwers left, right? They're all dead now. Because I killed them all. Like you all wanted me to. All that's left is the parkour elements. I can even go up here to be extra safe about it. Why don't I remember him on my journey? Huh. Yeah. Weaken him and hit him. Just passed him before? That makes sense. That's not the way. Down. Nice and easy. I swear to God, I'm just going to Sharp Shadow. That should be a Sharp Shadow distance. If it hits that, I'm going to be so upset. I'm going to punt it right here. I've made this so many times, and now this is the time, because I can tell you right now, chat, what I'm feeling is like actually a high level of anxiety. Like my palms are sweating. There is like a tension in my chest. I don't enjoy this feeling actually at all. Here sleeps the traitor's child. Alright, that's it. I don't have to do anything more. I can get hit now. I can take damage. I can... It's gone. It's out of the inventory. There we go. Sorry to disappoint. I mean, to be fair, I took plenty of stupid damage in the previous runs. To go back to... Can I teleport back there? There's no reason I can't teleport, right? Just making sure. Like, I'm not supposed to carry something back that is on the exit path or something. Okay, back we go. Up. Nope, not there. Oh my god, can you imagine? It's like, there's actually a cutscene if you just exit that zone naturally. Alright, ma'am. Me, Lemaire. You have done this thing? Is it possible? This world's cruelty, I thought it overwhelming, but Lemaire... Such great compassion. That Shay love would know her partner's heart, even aeon past. Is that Lemaire? Such grief can end? Che can end? Ooh, Lena, dear love. She too can end. Solace. Bring peace to the gray mourner. And to the delight of YouTubers, commenters everywhere, the 9th mask. Masked. Acquire all mask shards. We did it, chat! Sorry. I'm sure that was expensive. There's nothing else up there, though. I can't even cling to a wall. We did it! Let's go. Last mask. Now I have to re-update. Actually, it's not that hard anymore. It got so much easier for me to edit my overlays when I moved to... So I used to do the overlays for the shorts. Excuse me? Oh. I used to do the overlays for the shorts as like a PNG, a still image that was a mask, or matte technically, a tracking matte, where white means, you know, luminosity, you pass through the pixels, and then I switched it over. It was annoying to use in update, and now it's actually just like vectors in the application. It took a little bit of time to like do the hand and pen it out, but since I can reuse it over and over again, it was worth, and so it's super easy to update now. So that's great. I have found the 5th Pantheon. We have not yet entered the 5th Pantheon. Probably won't be entering the 5th Pantheon today, because the next activity we have on our docket is to return to Dirtmouth is the name of the place, because there is a certain Nightmare King Grim with whom I have a date. That will be after we return from the break, chat. We're gonna go fight. We got our 9th mask. That's what I wanted. Nightmare King Grim after we return. And there's a good chance it'll be for the rest of the stream. We'll see. I know. I'm gonna grab some coffee real quick. And I did not notice the sword next to me. Was it on the? Was it inside the? I'll take a look before I peace out again. I didn't notice the sword though. All right. Sorry. Give me a couple minutes. Be right back. All right, we're back with coffee. Espresso. Trying to think. I kind of want to talk like. I want to talk about like thoughts and random, life happenings and things, chat. But I want to keep politics out of the channel. And my head's not in a great space right now, so. Let's get back to gaming. I'll have to think of some interesting stories for story time on Wednesday or Tuesday, if we have a Tuesday stream. But so far, I've been loving... Oh, the one thing I do actually would love clarification on, I guess, from chat is... I do need to still return to Zote. Zote. No, I think I like Zote better for the record, but Zote. And the chatter told me he augments a Pantheon. Was it Pantheon 4 that gets augmented, or is it Pantheon 5? No, it's toop boop. I want to check for that sword. Was there a sword in here? There is a sword. It's a big sword. That looks like... I mean, I see it and I think Hollow Knight, to be honest, but I don't... Kira is a new mod. Please, if there was a fat finger, be forgiving. It's well, I know actually it's a daunting task. All right, so we can't get anywhere because it's there. We need to go back to Dirtmouth. Right? There's nothing else we want to do while we're over here, right, chat? I've already gotten the Awoken Dream Nail and the final words of the moth. I think we just want to go back home. Oh, that's not smart. But it's fine. It's fine. Where was my exit again, though? It wasn't the left anymore, right? I want to go up. I want to go up. Let's mark that, though. Might be useful. I'm just learning this now, too, to be fair. So 70s. But, yeah, it's recently up in the chat. I mean, it's a little buried, probably. Kira and Isango. You actually tell me if I'm not saying that right. Is it Isango? I mean, because it could be 3 words, right? Is a ngu, or it's just a name, Isangu. But they are boyfriend and girlfriend. I shouldn't say anything. I shouldn't presume more than that. That is how they've identified themselves. So I feel good about that. No, I think you said you live together, so I feel good. Yeah, they cohabitate. I try to remember. the details that I've been told. But it do be challenging for my brain sometimes. I was going to Dirtmouth. Like, I can't even remember where I'm going half the time. Look at that. Dirtmouth. Okay. It's saying 90. Got it. Just making sure. Well, we can work with that. Because you can't ever have... I actually am a fan, I think, of the hashtag system. That I feel like if Discord didn't pioneer it, they were pretty early adopters. Giving like that hidden identifier that kind of can be there for uniqueness when you need uniqueness. But most times, you know, when you interact with a username, you don't actually need uniqueness. You don't want 1, 2 to separate version 1, 2, 3, and 4 or whatever, you know. That's coming off, obviously. That's coming back on in earnest. We have to wear that if we want to fight the king, which means we have 1 slot flexibility. Or maybe 2. I could be convinced maybe to try going from Mark of Pride to Long Nail. If we had something we wanted for 2. I guess we were rocking Grub Song last time. It's not the worst. Free soul. But you're only going to take a couple hits, right? You're not taking a lot of damage in the fight, so it's pretty weak. Thorn's likewise weak, though. You know, I've not played enough with Sprint Master. Oh, I'm probably going to walk into a bunch of damage now. There. I was going to say, what the... Oh, it's because I was in town? It's a town thing? Or maybe it's just near a bench thing? Okay. I was sitting here, I was so confused. I'm like, this doesn't feel worth a charm slot, to be honest. Okay. I understand. It's notably faster. I mean, what else am I gonna do with that 1 slot? Grub Song for 3 hits worth of soul, likely. Or Thorns for, I don't know. 2. Really, I should be probably looking at maybe dropping you. All right, let's go do this for a couple times, and maybe we'll end up dropping Mark of Pride for Long Nail and finding something for 2 that we want instead of Sprint Master. Obviously, it's this little buddy that they make us. I don't really want him with us, but he be with. All right. Let us begin. Where we only spent about, I think, 25 minutes or so, 30 minutes on him last time, if that. That's why it was the end of stream, and I wanted to get some experience with the fight and start seeing it. It's almost all gone from my head now. So I do remember feeling though that the adaptation to him from his first version was feeling like I was going to be able to. It was more comfortable than the adaptation to Pure Vessel from Hollow Knight. But we'll see if that was an early assessment. So we'll see if that holds true or not. That's okay. That's fine. Okay, I've been a little thrown off already by the sprint speed. I'm not saying I don't like it or I hate it. Like, it's just been different. Yeah, I can't do that maneuver. Are you kidding me? That was pretty big, actually. That was Sprint Master there, saving my bacon. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. How's the volume, guys? Is it good? I just realized I won't be able to check for that answer until... Because I missed that one? Damn! I misjudged that placement. It looks like some of that was hitting red bar. Pretty deep into the red bar. Let's drop it like 1 or 2 notches. See how that does. Not the worst start. Initial assessment, I do like Sprint Master. This is actually the first significant combat, actually maybe even the first any combat that I've really had it on for. I've just never had the spot I've been willing to sacrifice to it. Not that I actually prioritize movement speed, so it's... I think for the first couple weeks I had it, I misunderstood what it did. I thought it started you into a sprint mode after a certain duration of walk time, kind of, not just increased all movement speed. Walk speed, that is. Dashing slowly. But actually, I've already felt a big difference in a couple of these evasions. Not that one, obviously. That little movement speed has been kind of clutch once or twice already. I am thinking I'll be walking into a lot of damage over stepping, maybe. We'll see. I should just C-dash that. There's no reason not to. Oh, see, I overstepped there. Okay, yeah, it's a little too cheeky. Damn it. I feel like there was an opportunity somewhere in there. I actually went for that great slash mentally twice. And I chickened out. I was like, oh, I think I can get it in here. And then I just chickened out at the last second. But I feel like there's a great slash opportunity in there. If you right between them, probably, right? You bait one and immediately before the next one Probably great slash and dash if you have Sharp Shadow up. Let's give it a shot. Ah. I was slow on my dash there. Well, so I was waiting for both of the second one because I thought I'd get through both of them. That's not actually practical. They're timed in such a way that you can't, I don't think. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Did the stream go down at any point? Y'all been alright? Looks like y'all should be okay. Thank you. SO70s, I appreciate the confirmation. Yeah, okay, my tablet was just off for some reason. And my preview window in the Twitch console said I was offline. So I had like a moment of sheer panic there that I'd been streaming to nothing for a while. I don't know why my tablet wasn't on. It should have been. Okay, I have a guess. I think it's that it was trying to update. It was waiting for a prompt for me to agree to an update, and I hadn't seen it in the duration, so maybe that allowed it to go to sleep. That's fine. Back to work. Back to work. Oh, I just realized there's like stitching around the heart. That's kind of cool. Oh, I thought you were coming at me, man. It's not a good exchange, though. Told you there was a spot in there. Womp womp. Schnikes. Still, actually getting... there's little improvements being made already. I love it. Oh, no, I love the fight. This is so great. I love how many top-tier pinnacle fights they allowed themselves to make, it feels. Like, so often the games, like, it feels nowadays make you, like, one really hard optional boss or whatever. A2. Ah, I'm so slow. Okay, that's not a safe maneuver. I love this type of a boss that like actually makes me sweat learn new things still, even at the end of a game, as it were. That's slow. This is how we get better, through conflict and strife. Yeah, I overstepped there. Which may have been related to the Sprint Master. I don't do the Celsius as much, although I'm definitely not as ignorant as your average American, and I will freely admit that most of them are completely ignorant. 36, 33, I think that would probably put you guys in like the 90s to... I can look it up. I think it's somewhere like the 90s to low 100s. I want to play this game too, basically. Yeah, so I would know 33 Celsius. I would know that number by 91 Fahrenheit. That was the temperature about like 2 months ago. Here. Now keep in mind, humidity here is there's like very little. So that is the saving grace. But I'm pretty sure. Let me see what the weather is today. I know it's about. It won't get too much hotter than that today, really. Last weekend and this next coming weekend, though, it's expected to be 41.6 degrees Celsius. And it will hit that regularly. It was definitely that last weekend. It'd be hot. Yes. I am in Arizona of the United States. All right. Let us, again, with feeling this time. Oh, they've all had feeling, honestly. I haven't been slacking yet. We're just learning still. That was greedy. I should have just waved off, right? There's no need for that one hit. Did that one go higher than it normally does? No. That was a late release, by the way, and I stepped into that. I got confused because I'm not used to being aerial for his his 4. What are those called? I'm trying to remember what the name is. They're like plasma birds or voltaic eagle. I don't. What's the name of it? You know what I mean? The fire hawk things. He really likes that attack. These things. Really? Sadness. Sadness! Yeah, it's not fast enough. I was wondering if it would be. You can definitely get a full volley worth of... It sounds like 3 impacts from the Abyssal Streak there, at least. That's a bad idea. Also, I need to start looking for the recovery windows. That was too close for that dash to be made safely. You gotta go? See you for now. Thanks for hanging out. It is good to have y'all in chat. You're welcome to tell me what your charm build is for any boss. I have no issues for anybody. I think most charm builds are a whole slew of charm builds are viable. I think no, you wouldn't get banned for telling me your charm build. Insistence on like it being the correct and only viable charm build would eventually get you there, probably. But like, there's probably a big distance between that and banning. I have no problems with the fact that I think a lot of people actually probably will benefit from a more spell-heavy playstyle. I understand why... Damn. It is the community-accepted preference. But y'all talk about it like it's the only thing sometimes, and you're wrong. Like, trust me that the nail is perfectly viable for the entirety of the game. There is no fight in this game that you need spells for. And I get to say that now, having basically experienced all of them. So. Twitch is gone? Oh, sound is doubling. Sorry, you're trying to warn me about that. It's hard for me to check that while I'm in actually in combat specifically. Let's make sure that everything's still good with everything though. I do appreciate the notice. It's gone now. So there was like an echo going on. There are definitely things that could cause that to happen. I don't see any of them right now, though. So let me know if it comes back. I actually left it out today. So normally the info weave, that's this side of me, I think, right? Nope, it's this side. Sorry, I was waiting for the waiting for the delayed version of my playback instead of the. I have two. I see myself 3 times actually. The info weave that happens over here. There are messages that I intended, you know, like scheduling updates, things like that, that I had intended as a way to like kind of interact with the community. And while I was too busy to repeat those things, or too forgetful to remember to repeat those things, today is the first day in like a couple weeks that I actually left out some comment about either streamer knows that soul charms exist or streamer is aware that's, you know, like, I think today's the first day I actually just left them out because they're just like, yeah, whatever. I think most people that end up here kind of get, I mean, and even, I think they're not here anymore, but SO70s gets it. They understand that I have a preference. I'm concerned that they have a mistaken impression of how, that's a bad placement. Sensitive I am to it? Why was I not dashing there? Because I definitely pulled the trigger. That's not safe maneuver. Like, guys, spell builds are fine. I think they're perfect. I think they're, yes, not only pretty viable, I think they're easier to learn. They're just not my style. They're not what I have fun with, and it's not actually, it's content that's been done, I'm guessing, which is probably the reason why people are watching the content that I do make. Otherwise, I'd probably get a lot more comments like the one the other day about how tired the content is. But the actual reason why, like, there is a reason, for the record, why I prefer this playstyle. Slow. And in general, it's, suffice to say, pretty simple. Talking and fighting are hard. You need the nail to play the game. Like, you need it. You cannot play this game without, like, I guess, yeah, you cannot play it, period. Like, I was going to make the caveat of, like, if you get the charm, the infinite soul charm, you could spell forever, but you have to beat the game to get the charm. So you cannot, you need to be good with the nail, guys. Like, this is tool A. This is your hammer. A carpenter should be good with the hammer. Like, just because a lot of, you know, finesse techniques can be done with, I'm not a carpenter. I'd love to be, though. That'd be awesome. Like, you like a borehole or just a screwdriver, I guess, a screw. Like, you need to be good with the hammer, or else you can't be a carpenter. So I prioritize forcing myself to become skillful with the nail because, like, I need it to build the soul, first of all. There are fights, like, outside of the bindings, there are fights that are, like, not well conducive for spelling, but there's really not any that are not conducive for nailing. That's, like, you might not be able to get the nail arts off themselves. I'm doing so terrible. I hate everything. Just tug me out. That had nothing to do with spells or nails. That was just movement. Which, again, actually goes into part of it. Like, because, like, all this kind of contributed. Like, now this is definitely stylistic. I have a stylistic preference. It is a natural feeling for me to just oftentimes anticipate when I'm going to want a nail art and to start charging it following another action. A lot of times you can actually see me skip the original swing because I start charging during a spell or during a heal or other things. It's a natural gesture for me. And after it's charged, I'm hesitant to get rid of it without using it for something valuable. Like, I want to turn it into damage if I can. So nail arts are in way stylistic. They have to be stylistic because, like, you have to anticipate them. You're not going to get them pulled off always by, like, oh, right now I saw what attack he's going to, like, I started charging this before I knew what attack he was doing, and, like, I had to. Now, he didn't cooperate. That's unfortunate. I thought we were doing something else, man. That was a late release, and that was my speed difference. I actually like Sprint Master, I do. I can't do that. I can't do that. I was trying to do a lazy lineup. Well, I wasn't intentionally being lazy about it, but I was being lazy about it. I was trying to line up a sharp shadow through him, and that was just way too slow to do that. So either way, I mean, I like the nail, and it is perfectly viable. Y'all that talk about it like it's not viable are wrong. You just are. They balance this game well, and you shouldn't be surprised. I mean, all of you who do this, I know you love this game. Like, you love this game with a passion. You should not be surprised that Team Cherry made it viable. Like, I'm sure they put a lot of effort into making it viable. Just because it doesn't mean it's peak. Sure. It's fun, though. I keep hunting that, though. So either way, what you see when I learn a new fight, typically I learn The movement, the evasion. I didn't realize those. Wait, that's a different attack. I'm stupid. Normally they're staggered. That's why. Okay, I was surprised that they had converged. But those are, even though they're the same projectile shape, they're different attack, and I need to adapt to that. What was I saying before that? God damn it. I was mid-thought when I got caught by that. Something to the effect of... Oh, the process by which I approach. Step 1 is movement. I usually like to approach step 2 as learning the recovery phase. Where the recovery windows are for the fights. The problem with that approach is there really aren't any for... I hesitated because he stepped back. That's unfortunate. What do I do about that? What, like, next time? He made it so the dash work didn't line up anymore. If I could sneak in there. So, like, I don't know that there is a recovery window in this. Maybe? I gotta find it. Okay, I can't. What? I'm thinking. Okay, I'm double jumping there. And it's too time consuming. I need to push a single jump all the way to its max for the dash in that maneuver, or I'm gonna get clipped more often. Sorry, chat. Thinking. Learning. And that is the content, right? The content is actually... apparently the content's bad. I'm still there. Sad. The content is of what somebody learning the game looks like. Somebody who's generally a competent gamer. But, like, I've not played this before. Well, obviously I've played it at this point. A substantial bit. But this has been my first playthrough. At this point, I'm probably 150 hours in it now. Like, it's not a new game to me anymore, obviously. But I've never beat him before. In fact, maybe he has another phase that I haven't seen yet. That'd be dope. I'm looking forward to it, hopefully. Phase 2? I mean, he has different phases as it is, with the pufferfish mode and the... Damn it. Damn it! Okay. That was supposed to be a great slash. I needed that animation lock. I don't know. Can I get a mask? I don't feel I can get a mask in that window consistently. He's a little bat window or whatever. Shit. I was actually just trying to GTFO. I was supposed to be dashing right there. I'd pull the trigger in my mind. Sorry. I tried the air cyclone art. At the same time, you perform a cyclone art. Yes, I think I know what you mean. You were talking to the glide effects that you can get from the air when you're in the air, if you're mashing it. I do enjoy that. There are a couple niche scenarios where I've found that to be actually beneficial in combat. Knowing that you can... It basically lets you temporarily change your fall velocity, right? there have been times, usually more like a panic button, if I'm honest, right? Where it's like, I have a charged nail art, I'm airborne, and I realize the floor is lava, but like, it's a great time to try to buy yourself an extra moment. If you're trying to like avoid something that's on the plane of the floor. I am a fan though. I love that little detail that they added in too. The nail arts themselves are so satisfying that there's a diversity to them. I have to admit that when I first got the entirety of this bad, yeah, it wasn't up, was it? I wanted to sharp shadow through and get the hell out, dodge, because that was not a great place to be. There's I was disappointed that there weren't more. Like number 2 and 3 seemed the same to me. Great slash and the dash slash, but they're not the same, actually. Now that I know that they're different and how they're different, why was I not dashing there, for fuck's sake? Really? Fine. Just stood there and took it. Alright, I did see that message, by the way, about apparently if we don't attack him, there should be more time. That's not great. Pride lets us know that if we don't attack in the window, there should be more time for taking masks. That makes sense to me. I probably have like always just gone instinctively to pop him. Because I think my habit for the Grim fight was to like, no, I took the mask first, it felt. Why did I not C-dash there again? So sad. Annoyed. Wait, is there a variance there? I was thinking those were constantly... the pattern, but is there like a small variance to how those fireballs fall? If it isn't small. That's bad. I need to be airborne. That's also really bad. I can't dash into that. It's that inner one. I don't know why that's tripping me up. The far in the middle makes sense to me. For some reason... Shit! I lost the controller, chat. Okay. We caught it. I'm corded. So... See if Virtue is talking about something different than what I've been thinking of. Hey, is that what you're referring to? Just the cyclone, but jumping? And then if you wanted to extend it, you can slow it down. Let me know if for some reason, if there's something else that I'm like I haven't seen it. If there's something else entirely that is what you're describing, let me know. But yeah, that's definitely dope. I love that technique. I want to learn that this is not a good fight to have stick wiggle when I'm irritated. It is a habit, actually. It's a bad habit. I actually will jiggle my stick when I get frustrated. I can't do that here, actually. It's really dangerous. Gotta be okay there. Miscounted. And even if I was at the right elevation, that was a bad idea. I was trying to clip his head with the sharp shadow. I didn't want to dash into the fire pit. I wanted to dash like above it, but gravity would have done the rest. It was not a good idea. Let's not do that again. I do want to try and learn. There's something about the behavior or the visual of specifically the middle fireball in that alignment. I keep misplacing it. That's what I want to make sure I refine today. This is the new... See it like that. I mean, I should just go off center, right? Just always perfectly aim directly off center. Was Sharp Shadow not up for that, or was it distance? You guys aren't going to be able to answer that. Never mind. There, it gets me again. Why? This is so bad. Okay, don't damage him. Masks. You can do, definitely do two. Like... To be clear, it is a me problem. Like, something about my tracking for it places it as having a different momentum. Dope music, man. Shit. I needed to jump. That would have been fine, actually, if I had gone directly, I think, into the double jump. I was a little sluggish on pressing the jump button. There's still coffee. Cold espresso, let's go. I'll wake you up. Tastes better hot. Nightmare King Grim. Okay, he goes up, and I almost walk into it again. Why do I almost walk into that? There's something about the way the middle one feels like it has motion. It feels like the middle one drifts. To me, for some reason. I hate everything. Again, like I actually almost stepped into the outside one. That was just... yeah. Something about the visual of like the way the flames are expanding. They're kind of like rolling. But it's like... there's some primitive part of my brain that's misjudging their velocity in that initial few moments. I need to deal with these the way I dealt with the the Pure Vessels, nail spears or spikes. I need just to orient myself based on his box model. Right? That's probably better. Let's figure out how. Like I could try always to get in center of him. It wasn't Shadow wasn't for that. See if we can't top up. Nice. Side benefit, guys, about the fact that I don't always spell. I usually have what I need for recovery. I mean, that's also part of, maybe part of the stylistic preference, or the adaptation, rather. I thought I could get through there. I take a lot of damage. Like, I just always do. I don't know why. It's just... Maybe it's because I'm so damn old, chat. My reaction time's slow. And I'm adapting and compensating. Either way, I take a lot of damage. So a lot of my soul needs to go for recovery. So it makes all the more sense to build a style of play that focuses around leveraging the air quotes free damage vectors. Damn. That was not smart. Through. Nope. We should just hug it out, but it's fine. Let's learn something new. Slow. Damn it. So what I was going to do, actually, and I don't think it was going to work out, I wanted, so like, say this is where he was actually, I was going to kind of pull back a little bit, and because I had an nail art charge, right? I wanted to get up there underneath him with the little quick pop with the cyclone, so I pulled back into the flame column there. Womp womp. See you, Virtue. Thanks for hanging out. Great to have y'all in chat. I gotta tell you guys, I have loved having so many of y'all here to hang out with me while I derp around in this game. It's a lot more fun to... I was looking for, when I started the channel, it's primarily a community to hang out with, kind of. I'm so slow. Give me just hug it out. Oh, the downsides of having that extra mask, chat. I get why it's not there. I really wish there was kind of like a reset in the menu, just for... I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Get a little demoralized. You take a couple hits of stupid damage at the start of a fight. You get a little demoralized about the whole affair. And it's kind of like you just feel better starting over at that point. Like, you hadn't done any damage to the enemy. That's sad. Wasn't up yet. I wanted to get the hell out of dodge. I think my new plan is to prioritize safety in that phase instead of trying to go for damage. I would like to clip him. It feels like there is definitely opportunity for clipping him safely in the 4 flame column phase. Obviously, the motion is prioritized. And I'd like to basically find a way to traverse the arena while clipping him. But I keep double whacking into this stupid flame columns. I almost stepped into that again. I did step into that. I want to get that in there, though. Before we're done here, I want to figure out how to get the Cyclone in there. Or at least the Great Slash. It feels like it fits. Yeah, there's definitely more time there than I thought there was. probably better if I just get to the place where I can do that vertically without the lateral movement. Feels very comfortable though to be able to wiggle for the time being. Why did I wiggle right into that? Okay, I was trying to get to the center space. I think I've decided I want to be between the center and the left or closest most center. Or completely outside of the series. That spot. Damn, greedy. I actually missed that fourth one had spawned its tail already. No! Of course I didn't have dash available. I was actually, my mental modeling, I was going to dash before I hit the ground. But I had already blown it on the attack run. Like, that's just a stupid maneuver. I can't do that. You can't use dash twice in the same... I need to pogo. I needed to pogo somewhere in there. Thank you, Night Soul. Appreciate it. We're getting there. We're getting there. And this is kind of where, I don't know, my mentality goes. I don't approach these fights with the mentality that I can one and done them, right? So I don't try. I approach it from a learning perspective. And so first, step one is to find the motion. Then step two is ideally to find the recovery. That's bad. And then you look for the easy damage, both nail and spell. That's bad. Again, why? I almost walked into the middle one that time. Jesus. Too far. Too far. Yeah, I am rushing it a little on the fire pillars, I think. I agree with that. And I guess I should probably focus on first clear. I kind of do want first clear to look badass, just because like first clear is it's a free YouTube upload, right? Like I doesn't even have like because it's the first. It's significant to the stream, so in that context, you know, it gets an upload. I do kind of want it to look sick, but I will freely admit that some of the maneuvers I do are maybe not survivability optimized as much as coolness factor optimized. Not many. There's a few. Like that was bad. Just, well, fuck. Hug me out. Hug me out. I do love so much so that these fights are so easy just to jump right back into. All of the Dream Warrior fights, basically, right? Because there's no death, there's no shade. They eliminated that portion of the game for these ultra hard, push you to your limits. Yeah, I don't actually disagree with that statement. I mean, it's a mixed bag. Sprint Master is the first fight I've actually had it on for. Like, it actually saved my bacon right there. 100%. I started my motion too slow. I did. I was going to take that hit if I did not have it on, I'm pretty sure. But at the same time, there are other places where it kind of makes things a little harder almost. That maneuver wasn't safe. Now, part of it is, like, first battle. I've used it, right? So it's doesn't have the intuition yet, not like the others. It's not. This is wave off. I don't want to push damage there. Damn it! Let's not be greedy. Well, everything's sad. I need to go directly up after him then. I hesitated. I went for the space between 2 and 3 for my sharp shadow through, and I shouldn't have. I should have gone for 1 to 2, if that makes sense. Like that one earlier space, but I chickened out and I waved off, and then I was too far away. I could just. I guess this is the perfect example of what I was trying to talk about earlier. I could avoid damage entirely in that phase. Like, give up on dealing damage in the fire columns entirely and just kind of like do like a little step thing, right? Like that's how the mechanic's designed. You can... Damn it. I guess I could have done it right now for example's sake, but... There is the opportunity to do that. You don't need to put on damage during that phase. I do feel like the damage is easy enough to take, though. Like, up, that, right? Okay, I hadn't done it before. That is a little... Does it expand? Or did I just backstep into it? Does the flame column puddle expand a little after the column? Or did I just... We'll learn. Either way, you could do that, right? You can use a very small space to evade those 4 columns if you just don't try to put any damage on them at all. I like, especially because I have the Sharp Shadow on, like that's its main asset, right? I can, well, shit. I should have just, that's the one I should have just walked away from. That was just dumb. He was in the corner there. I can't Sharp Shadow through. I was going to be in his hurt box. Up. Okay. Really? Fine. Is that a space, actually? Oh, you tricky bastard. I do not have Quick Slash on. And I don't know that I'd be able to make the space for it. That's an interest. So, historically, my preference has been for Unbreakable Strength over Quick Slash. The build as I've run it has either... It had a 3 slot for either Unbreakable Strength or Quick Slash, and I chose Unbreakable Strength. I like the preference of hitting harder. That's so bad. Harder over faster. I know it doesn't benefit the... I didn't at the time, actually. I do now know it doesn't benefit nail arts, but... Gah! Just start me over, man. So the kit was... for Pantheon 4 was Nailmaster's Glory. That's non-negotiable for me. Dash Master, Sharp Shadow, Mark of Pride, and Unbreakable Strength. I was playing around with last stream the Elegy. What's the name of it? Why does that trip me up so fucking much? Why? There's so... I need to look at that. I'm going to look at that in the video. Like, I'm just going to actually watch that back over and over again, and it's going to make sense to me after that. I don't know what it is. There's something in there that's, like, tripping my primitive monkey brain. Anyways, Grubberfly's Elegy. We were... Really? That's fortunate. giving that a try out last stream. But obviously Nightmare King Grim demands a tax. That tax is that you must give up 2 notches to fight him. Yes! No! I didn't have any soul because I used it on Descending Dark. Oh, why the middle one? The middle one's the safe one for me. God damn it. No! I'm pretty sure I applied forward pressure to the stick. I jumped into it, actually. I was so eager to try to close the gap. It was the last one. It was the last one, and I was being hasty, and I wanted to start closing the gap between me and him. Not that it mattered, right? Because he immediately comes out, like he's in the pufferfish phase. I can't poke him with my nail, and he's going to teleport, right? So it's like there was no reason for it. This fight is amazing. This fight is absolutely amazing. I love it. Yeah, I didn't step far enough. No! I'm gonna get it right. I swear I'm gonna get it right. I actually was doing it better day 1, I think, which is upsetting. Yeah, they do get bigger. They actually do get bigger. The puddles, the fire puddles get bigger after the columns. It's good to know. I didn't get him, did I? Really? Wasn't up. Hell yeah! What did I do that for? Showboating? Okay, that was just sloppy. I could have healed there. Did I dash in? I must have dashed in and just spaced it. I'm sorry. I was intending to Sharp Shadow through at the end there, obviously. Unless I entered to the hurt box before Sharp Shadow went off. Which is also possible. I was pretty close to the hurt box, so I could have just like edged in when because I put leftward pressure on the stick for the dash, right? To make sure I was dashing the right direction. It's possible. Nope. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere, chat. Damn it. No, I wasn't prepared for the second one on the bottom. Bastard. Okay, maybe not enough time for that, actually. No, that was a late release. No, I was not prepared for that. Shit. I wouldn't have tried crossing the arena if he was going pepperfish. Shit, slow. Urgh! We're so much closer though. We're so close. We're so close. And yeah, this music is great, by the way. I love everything about this fight. Time is it? Might take a quick coffee break after this one. Really? That's unfortunate. I knew it wasn't. There's actually a nagging feeling in the back of my head, like, I don't think you can make this dash. I think you used Sharp Shadow already. It's on cooldown, so I couldn't go through them. I knew it that time, at least. I didn't try to use it. That's learning, I guess. But Descending Dark was the out then, or to stagger step it. Obviously, I need to stop using my dash for... I'm using it instinctively to traverse the arena in a hurry sometimes when I don't need to or mean to. And then I forget about it. And you can't do that. Like, it's on cooldown, it's on cooldown, it's on cooldown, it's not... I thought I'd have... I do not have close enough soul, never mind. My bad. I was trying to DD there. I actually didn't want it up there. Sharp Shadow. Okay. Interesting. He clipped my Descending Dark in the late, right before it went iframe. I need to go higher. Or earlier. Oh, that's so great. I like... That's a pretty safe space, to be honest. Obviously, it only works if... Okay, that's probably... Sorry, I'm having thoughts, chat. I'm having thoughts. Not so much fighting anymore. Would it? No, it wouldn't work. I can't downward dash during the Fleeing Column phase anywhere. I guess I need to not miss that. If I do miss that, Pogo. I think twice in that very fight, I missed that Pogo where he flame dashed under me. But if I miss the Pogo and I'm not immediately jumping, then gravity is going to take me into the flames. So I need to either... Actually, I should probably just start jumping. Just default habit. Yeah, it kind of sucks to put the jump on cooldown unnecessarily, but... What the... I'm so confused. I did not pull the trigger. Why did my character dash? I thought I'd have enough time to do a little maneuver, and I did not. I'm confused. I thought that was lined up well, actually. So eager, overly eager. I walk into fire. Really? I was supposed to be dashing there. Back to 3? Hell yeah. Sorry, Chad, I'm obviously very focused. No! I didn't want to fall into the fire pit, obviously. Fire puddle. It was going better, though. It was going a lot better. We're making improvements. Solid improvement. Alright, let me just grab some extra coffee real quick. I'm hoping we can finish this fight up today, actually. So we'll push for a little bit longer than the stream normally might go. But I'm just going to take a quick break as a result. So, just give me a couple minutes for a quick chat, and we'll be continuing for at least a little bit longer tonight. Not tonight, today. Today for me is Mario night, tonight for some of y'all. Could that be how a global world works? You don't need to listen to the heartbeat and the baby charm thing cooing. It was close, right? Very close, very close. Good to see you, Stalker. I don't think I said hi to you. I see you there, though. You just beat NKG again. Very nice. All right, I will be right back. Give me a second. Thanks, guys. Hello? Button? Button work. Okay, we're back. Button didn't want to work at first. I guess I missed it. Alright, let's get this guy. Oh, you need to see gameplay though. I feel it close. I feel it, chat. We're close. I feel it close. We're chat. I feel it, chat. We're close. Very, very close. Nightmare King Grim. I should refresh everybody's memory of what our current charm set is, just because it's nice to do, and I can't because I can't open the charms menu here. Interesting. Okay, my bad. I'll do it the next one if we need it, provided there is another opportunity. Otherwise, you can check the description. Close though. Little maneuvers like that are feeling a lot more comfortable now. This is not a great place to be though. I don't want to. I need to wave off. Yeah, the corner is not where I want to engage the fire columns. Damn, that was a little close. Actually saved my bacon there. Sprint Master did. Again. Damn. Oh no! I was in Cyclone there to ditch my nail art. And I think I got hit because of it. That's a waste. Shit. Really? I was supposed to be dashed. I was slow on the trigger. Shit! I double back. No, that was greedy. 8. No, I... Shit. I thought I was somewhere else. Like, I actually thought my character model was a little left where it was, because I punted. Nope. The animation freeze. When you crit or take damage, right? There's that, like, pause. My brain misconstrued some of the motion associated with that, and I misplaced where I thought the knight was. So when I tried to dash to avoid a thing, I dashed into a thing. Close though. We're close. We're almost there, chat. And I forgot to drink the coffee. Hopefully it's starting to be pretty entertaining. That's not great. I need to stop trying that. It doesn't work. I just need to either go directly DD or just Pogo. I'm just wasting soul trying to do both. Can I get a heal here? I can. Is that just because I was fortunate though? Maybe not. That might just be recovery. Alright, alright. Let's try not to get hit by this for once. You know, I think that's a little higher than it was in his previous version, actually. Just a smidge. That's stupid. No, I was too fast. No, that was. I didn't think I was gonna make it. That was supposed to be downswing. Would have been fine if I had, actually. That was just bad. I just stood in it. We're so close, chat. We're so close. We're so close. Wait, on. That's like, this is like the rage redraft. Okay, that's the charm loadout. Let me drink my coffee. We're going to get this. Current charm kit. Obviously, this can't come off. Dash Master, Sharp Shadow, Mark of Pride, Nail Master's Glory, Grim Child, Sprint Master. Took off Mark of Pride briefly during the White Flower, and my expectation was matched. Was met in that I misjudged all my pogo distances. I don't really look forward to taking this off ever. I am, for the same reason these guys kind of... Like, at some point I'm going to have to break from the paradigm, but until I do, like, while I'm really working through tough content, I might just kind of keep these guys with us. Obviously, I'm not attached to Grimchild, but it do be required for what we'd be doing right now. And as a result of that, I'm left with one slot, which is currently going to Sprint Master. Yeah, sorry. Current Kira, so close. I do have the problem with my actual birth given name being quite common, so I know the feeling of always like looking over your shoulder at like. I thought I was okay there. I actually thought it was gonna be okay there. I was just a smidge off. Yeah, you know what I mean. Dope. Pretty sure Sprint Master again saved my bacon there. I should not underestimate that charm. I do love movement speed in general in video games, chat. Slow jumping. Lazy, slow. Oh, this is bad, actually. There is a slight variance here. It's small, though. That was slow. Yeah, let's go. Wow, it started out so good. Shit, I can only take one mask. That's really bad, actually. That's why it's bad. What is there's a small... I'm good at avoiding those in his default fight. There's something very subtle that's been changed that I'm having a tough time putting my finger on. That is just... I'm like, it's my toe, I feel like I'm going to go back and look at all these and it's going to be like just the smallest overlap with my toe or my foot on these. It's always the top one. of the pair. Nah, I can't get there. Oh, this is not ideal. Should just kept you leaving. No, I stepped into that. Sadness. Oh, well, we're here. Bad news is that my, damn it, cable for my controller is wrapped around my leg right now. There we go. Logistical difficulties. No! Slow. I try to time that so that there is... That's my fault. I was way too close to his impact point. He's going to travel... Like, you saw what happened. He traveled under me. That's not good. Ideally, on that flame dash, I want to be lined up with close to his endpoint. It's most forgiving. So if I actually screw the pogo up, sometimes there's a chance I can still land it safely. I definitely don't want to be over the flames because there's nothing to pogo off of and just damage to be found underneath. There was another thought immediately prior to that I screwed up. I was trying to express in... Oh, it's this. I try to position it so that I can clear both of them more or less with a single dash, right? And that just usually means that I have like a late dash, and sometimes I punt it. That's what I was commenting on like 5 minutes ago. There. That's what I like to be able to skip them both on the one. I love it. I can get 4 hits in on him in that phase. That's so nice. Shit! Okay, that was just... The second one was just all bad. The first one, I pulled the panic button too early. The dash is the panic button in that phase, right? You don't want to use the dash. You want to just use the jump. The dash is for save me mode. Because there's a little bit of a gamble to it. Damn it. I can improve on that. I'll work on refining that further before Pantheon 5. Let's just focus on the clear before the rest of the stream, but there's definitely a lot of opportunity for damage that I'm not exploiting in there. We can do some real cool stuff, I think. What was I saying? There was something I was saying. Also, Kira, I have partially read your comment. I know I haven't addressed it, but swear we're... Well, to be fair, I haven't finished reading it, I guess. Oh, no. It's all going sideways, chat. All right, focus up. Nope. I think actually, I got most of your message. The problem I think is that your autocorrect has made things a little messy for me. So, wait, no. I don't like your. You don't. Cora doesn't like your normal name. Tried to. Tell. That's an eat. Tell my coworkers your name once. Okay. You tried to tell your name once and they thought it was a swear word. Oh, I'm sorry. That's yeah. It's always unfortunate when sometimes names, like, I think the parents didn't foresee the pairings, the consequence, like, you know, like, or sometimes they were oblivious to the I don't know, but it is unfortunate when sometimes, or sometimes actually, it's like the name almost changes its meaning after it's been given to you. For example, my father's name. Okay, I can't actually say that. I can safe. My father's name is almost identical to another famous person, but they weren't famous, you know, at the time he was born. So that made my childhood fairly interesting. Can't go into more details with that without doxing myself probably, but that's why I was pausing. I was trying to think through what, like, the security implications might be. Why did I dash there? Why didn't I dash there? What am I doing? Your name is boring. I do like the fact that in our modern era we can, like, pick our own names in certain settings, at least. I think Kira's a lovely name. I try not to butcher it. You like the Y in there, right? Like Kira. As opposed to like a more Americanized, like Kura. I'm not doing it wrong. Alright. Womp womp. You got this, come on. Too fast. I thought I'd be safe there. I was just trying to pull him back to the middle, and that one, I don't know what happened. There's no excuse. I don't want to be in the space where I'm having to adjust the lateral position there. I feel like once I've gotten to that space, I'm trying to, like, panic or adjust. If that makes sense. Like, it feels hectic. I want to get to the place where I'm just doing a perfectly vertical jump for his balloon phase to avoid the... You know what I mean, chat? Oh, no. Here. But it's when there's a low that's following a high, a double. I feel like I need to pull back a little bit, but after that I feel like I'm always trying to make little micro adjustments to... Oop. Aw, wrong direction, my man. I was slow. Arg! Couple pixels. I just stepped in there because I wanted to pop him one after he was done with his dash, hopefully. I can understand that assessment, Robert. Also, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I think he's definitely top 5 for sure, right? With a bullet. I think he could be my favorite as well. We'll see after I'm done. I mean, do I have any left? There's probably an upgraded version of the Radiance, right? And I have Zote. So maybe I like Zote better? I don't know. Him, Pure Vessel, Nailmaster, Sly. These are all amazing fights. But the music on this one's pretty freaking sick. Shit. I thought I could walk that. Why did I think I could walk that? I actually had enough time if I had committed. I canceled the third heal. Oh, that's what's different. There wasn't one you had to span the gap on before. Like where you had the one above and below. I didn't spot. There was nothing in the middle, but there was a high and a low. You know what I mean, chat? Sorry, I'm not speaking well. Focus time. That feels good. No! Why did I couldn't stay above him after that hit. I know he lunges up after that. Ugh. So close. So close. At least I think I've never beaten him before, so I guess I can't say so close, but there was like 3 more phases after that, but it felt pretty close. The music, the way the music was building and how every other boss in this game works, yeah, it was pretty close. Urgh. Yeah, giving up the charm slot is, or 2 notches rather, is a bit of a bitch. And doable, obviously. But it makes it harder to do this fight like earlier. Like you need more slots to spare, right? Like you can't do this with just a total of 5 or 7. Once you can. Really? That's unfortunate. Ah, I thought I could fit that. What is it about that that's still... I mean, it's a very large radius. Because it's a fuzzy kind of radius. Something about that one is just hard for me. That's not hard, I just screw it up every once in a while. Well, once in a while, by a lot. But something about the... I will admit freely, the 5 fireballs that rain out in a semicircle... Visually tracking them, that's one of the more difficult attacks I've had, and it resembles that, right? It resembles that same like amorphous fire. It's like maybe that's why, but definitely has a challenge. Damn. I don't need that. No! Wasted soul! That's useless. I feel like it took it easy on me for that one. Damn. Thought I was gonna get hit there, obviously. I don't want to jinx a chat, but this might be the one. Let's do it. You asshole. I thought I could maybe sneak it in there. No! That was closer than I wanted to be. Gotta be honest, I kind of thought he'd be dead, honestly. He's got more health than I thought he did. No! Shit. Yeah! Let's go, chat. Oh, the heart's all glowy. I didn't notice. Let's go! Ritual. Defeat the Nightmare King and complete the ritual. But he has wings. Buddy has wings and tent gone. I was thinking bench was gone for a second, chat. I was confused. I was thinking this was the big tent still. That it rained and the bench was gone. I'm like, why would my bench be gone? Let's go. All right. Oh. Nightmare King Grim defeated. Now we just have to do it in line of a Pantheon, right? Because I'm sure he's in Pantheon 5 somewhere. There's no shot he's not. I'm pretty sure somebody in chat's already said that much, but like there's... Come on. Please. Please. All right. Kira, looks like you had to take off. No worries. Thank you so much. Sorry for not looking at chat for a bit there, guys. That was a long fight, and I was focused on it. I had to stay locked in, because I felt like it was the one, but oh boy, did they make it. They made me sweat it. Thank you very much, Pride, Kira, Stalker, everybody else who was hanging out for it. That is actually going to be the end of the stream. I should swap us over. Unless there's like an immediate like story element that I should be experiencing right now. And chat tells me about, like I should like go inside one of these buildings or something, and I'd hear the nightmare. I don't know what I'd be missing. We're going to call it stream because we pushed it a little bit later than normal, but for good value, for great value, in fact. Because we got to clear. Why is there no music? Oh, there it is. All right. Thank you very much, Isang90. I'll remember it. Let me know if anybody in chat, if I ever pronounced your name incorrectly or a way you just would prefer pronounce it, just let me know. Don't feel bad about it. I'm going to be making a lot of guesses for, well, the next forever. So some of them are going to be wrong. Just let me know. Which was harder for me? Pure Vessel was definitely harder for me. Now, order might matter there, right? Like, I became a better Hollow Knight gamer as a result of grinding Pure Vessel. Like, Pure Vessel was a very hard overcome. It was a very challenging overcome. Like, there were certain improvements that needed to be made still to the time. The time needed to slow down further. Because when I first walked into Pure Vessel, it was all blur still. He's really fast. His time is really tight. So after having completed Pure Vessel, and keeping in mind that I never experienced Nightmare King Grim at all before that point, like, it was harder for me. It was easier for me to go from Grim, Troopmaster Grim to Nightmare King Grim than it was for me to go from Pure Vessel, or from Hollow Knight to Pure Vessel. And I don't know, like, thinking about it abstractly after the fact, I'm not sure if that's makes sense arbitrarily. Like, it feels like there's more moves added. Yeah, Pure Vessel got circles and void tendrils. Yeah, they're kind of comparable. Something about Pure Vessel's replacement for the fire columns, as it were, right? The nails, or I guess it's a replacement for the cloak in the Troopmaster Grim. I had a tough time. Like, I needed just an actual hour or whatever just to iterate on just that to try to finally, maybe more than that, to be honest. I don't know what about it. It was the timing, the spacing, something didn't sync well with me. The same way that I was talking about the fireballs, but it was frustrating because it was easier for me to understand what was happening, but harder for me to, like, consistently avoid the damage and adapt. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. Obviously, the Nightmare King Grim fight to completion stage is still very new to me, so I'm gonna think on it more. Maybe I'll have some comments on that further, because I do think it's an really interesting comparison, because they are both two very difficult fights that they took to they really juiced up, and I loved them both though. Amazing. God, Silksong's gonna be sick. All right, guys. Anyhow, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's been a blast. Next scheduled stream is Wednesday, so day after tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So same time, probably Elden Ring. We'll see, but likely Elden Ring, just because we want to keep the variety in the mix. And maybe Tuesdays are they were part of the schedule, and now they're more of a wild card. But it's been a while since I hit one, so I don't know. I gotta find some time to get me in some Tuesday action, because I think I might have some ahead time. I might be ahead on the edits actually for a little bit. We'll see. All right, have a good one, guys. See you, if not tomorrow, definitely Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out. Take care.